And welcome back to the Eastern European DPC Division 2. I'm Harry Freak and I'm going to be bringing you the action of the last best of 3 of the day. For those just joining the stream, we did have 2 amazing best of 3s casted by an even more amazing Robin Roll. And now we're going to be going into the third one. The first one that was played today was YNT versus Cybercats. That ended up in a 2-1 in favor of YNT. Hydra won against the HF 2-1 as well. This is going to be the first map that Hydra have lost in the DPC so far, and they did so against HF, who, well, this was their first map that they won, and I have to say, even in that third game, it looked for a moment like HF could be taking it. So very nice performance from them. They certainly have found their play here on the February the 13th. Hopefully it is not gonna be the last of their good performances. Hopefully they can win at least one series in the DPC so far, but that means that we have one best of 3 left, and that is X3 versus Sigma.YNT, and this is gonna be a fun one. To be honest, coming into this day, I thought that the series that is most likely to have 3 games is this last one, right? But the 2 before this one, they already ended in a 2-1, and we have had a lot of 2-1s in the tournament so far. But if I would have to choose a favorite overall in the series, it would be X3. If I would have to say the result, I would say 2-1 for X3. Though you never know, it was definitely in the previous series shown that anyone can beat anyone in the Division 2 here in Eastern Europe. So it is not 100% set what is going to be happening here between these 2 teams, though we will be finding out soon once we get ourselves into the draft of this amazing series. And there it is, the draft has started, and we are going to be going right into it now. So
remaining.
No surprises there in the bans.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, Rubik, the Broodmother, those are the 2 that we're seeing being taken out quite a lot. I just want to see what these teams have played the most. X3, they have played a couple of Enigmas, so that is something that we should look out for. X3 are playing a lot of Phoenix. That is something that I was definitely surprised about. They started off the tournament with some Hoodwinks and stuff, but Hoodwink has been a very unsuccessful hero. And now people are starting to stray away from it. So today we only had 2 Hoodwinks out of the 6 games, and you know, at the start of the DPC, we did have a lot more than just 2 every single time. But Sigma, okay, taking their time there with the ban, not something you want to see happen. If you're losing reserve time in the first phase, it means that you came unprepared for the series, so hopefully that does not continue here for the teams. Obviously, the Lina will be picked up. Clockwork is in the pool, and they will not pick it. If X3 picks a Clockwork, I have very rarely seen Lina lose with a Clockwork on her side. There is also a potential for a Tusk. Those are the 2 like classic ones people go with the Lina, but the Marcy has been the go-to hero as a Lina counter, and it has been working out quite nicely. You jumped on the Lina, and you actually win the man fight, which, yeah, a lot of heroes weren't able to do against this carry. So X3, what's it gonna be? Is there anything else that they would want to pick other than a Clockwork, other than a Tusk? Clockwork does come out. Really no reason not to go for it here. I've become a big fan of the Lina Clockwork opening. I don't think Lina is OP by any means. I think the hero can be dealt with. It is very strong, but it can be dealt with for sure. But a Lina Clockwork opening, in my mind, has just been amazing. And if I was the other team, I would always pick a Clockwork on my first pick as a response to the Lina. But they did go for the Treant Protector, which is also a nice hero because he does have BKB Piercing Disable on his side. Marcy, that once she gets the basher, she's gonna be bashing the Lina skull in. Well, hopefully you don't get those graphic images in your head, but you are gonna be getting them on the screen once we get into the game. The Enigma does get banned out, so Sugarat will not be getting his Enigma. I did play like 1 or 2 qualifiers with Sugarat, but because of the language differences, he wasn't too comfortable communicating in English. We separated. Of course, now
10
he's
seconds remaining.
a player. I'm a caster. We have gone different routes, and I wish him all the best. But you're not
5
going to be
seconds
hearing
remaining.
any bias casting here, guys. 50-50 for both teams. We are hoping for great Dota, and in the end, we almost always do get it. So
Dire team
let's see
back.
if that's going to be the case in this game as well. The Nature's Prophet being banned out. Interesting though, considering there is Alina. I don't know if Sugarat plays the Nature's Prophet. How many Nature's Prophet did X3 even play? Not a lot, I'm gonna assume. Yeah, he does want to
10
play
seconds remaining.
the zoo heroes, so sometimes
5
it's the Enigma,
seconds remaining.
sometimes it's the Beastmaster, but that is usually banned. Usually, what he would get if there's nothing else, it would be a Visage or a Lycan. So we'll see if they go for either of those. Chamber Spirit has been banned out. Skyrat Mage as well. Sky is a very
Radiant
weird one,
team
but Sigma
back.
have played it in the past. That is one that I really, in the current meta, I don't understand the Skyrat Mage. Every single hero buys the 4-staff. There is always at least one Lotus Orb in the game, and there is always a Guardian Greaves in the game. Like for me,
10
that means
seconds
a
remaining.
no-no for the Skyrat Mage completely. Like you don't
5
want
seconds remaining.
to play the Skyrat Mage when everybody on the enemy team has some way to get out of your ulti, to get out of your silence. So what is left for you as a hero? Well, nothing actually. But he can be annoying in the lane. Okay, let's get in that. Enabling the cores in the current meta is pretty important. We'll see if that changes, if there are some changes. I doubt now we're going to be getting any before the major. There were some thoughts maybe Division 2 is going to be played on another patch, but not going to be the case. And that kind of makes sense. There's a major, there's a patch,
Radiant team pick.
we rinse and repeat. People might say, yeah, but there hasn't been a patch since TI, sure, but the raid pack got nerfed and it changed the meta completely. The Hoodwink will come out. There's the hero. I think that's a hero with one of the lowest win rates that we have here in the Eastern European DPC. 25%. Yeah, I can't really find anything
10
worse than that.
seconds
3 and 9. So in 12 games, only won 3 times.
5 seconds remaining.
Disaster. Also, you're up against the Clockwork, so you have to buy a 4-staff. You cannot get away with an Ether Lens, Blink, Shard, and things like that with the Hoodwink. So what now? Actually, they're missing some magical burst. Even when you see Alina, you think of it, but no, she's gonna be the right clicker usually. I don't think I've seen like a Aghanim's Lina for a very, very long time. And we're probably not going to be seeing it for quite some time. Today I saw a mid Lina with a Void that maxed out the Fiery Souls in the in lane. Not in the Eastern European DPC, but I did see it. So it is what it is. You would want something that's gonna deal with the Marcy, but then again, this Marcy could be put in the offlane. You never know. Batrider, BKB Piercing Disable, definitely helps against the Marcy. Neither the Treant nor the Hoodwink like playing against him. Even if you bushwhack the Batrider, if it's not placed well, he could burn down the trees during the Firefly and still be fine. Builds into a BKB overall.
5 seconds remaining.
So this is a good bat game. In Division 1, it was a really bad pick. I mean, bad win rate. Here, in Division 2, it has over 60% win rate. So it's a much better pick here, it seems like.
Radiant team pick.
They'll go for the Snapfire. So the damage output of the supports of X3 is ridiculous. The supports of Sigma, they don't survive this magic damage. Really, they don't survive anything if they're caught. This Treant and the Hoodwink, they have to be keeping themselves away. And there's the counter for the bat. It still could be an offlane bat. But I don't think you have to go for that one. I've seen bats actually win lane against the Queen of Pain. So that's a for you hero, though. He has been playing these bursters, jumpers, you know, mobility heroes in the mid lane. So it does make sense. He's going to do well with the
10
co-op.
seconds
But I
remaining.
think that nowadays, Queen of Pain actually doesn't win the lane against the
5
bat. And that was
seconds
the main thing, that you push the bat out of the lane. Now with all the water runes, the harass doesn't work out that well. And with the ability to last hit with the sticky napalm as well, it makes the bat much easier to play. So, what do you ban? X3 don't want to be playing against the Slark. If they're banning the carries, they might get rid of the Void. But they'll get rid of the Ursa. Okay, that makes sense. Considering neither the Bat nor the Lina like playing against this hero. The Enrage is quite nice to deal with the overwhelming physical and magical damage from these two heroes. And of course, you can't jump out of the cogs.
10
So
seconds remaining.
it is going to be an Ursa removed.
5 seconds
They
remaining.
think there's that X3 need an offlaner, and they're probably right. Unless you want to move this bat somewhere else, though I do think that Natty Narwhal is going to be feeling comfortable playing that one. So what do you ban? With the Timber ban, I'm expecting this to be a Marcy 1. Because, first of all, it's really good against the Lina. Second of all, you don't want to be playing against the Timber with 2 melee strength heroes. You're going to get absolutely demolished. But if X3 really want to gun for the laning victory, they could go for a position 3 Undying. I mean, it's not unheard of, though they are a little bit lacking in the stun department. So I'd get rid of something like a Centaur. That does make sense, especially because all of these heroes on YNT, they're going to be coming close. Tidehunter, that's the type of hero as well. Makes sense. Though I would have left the Tide in, because he's going to be way too deep, and you're going to get a BKB on the Marcy, and you can definitely take him down. Lycan comes out. Yeah, that's a Sugarrat hero. This is a solid Lycan game, especially because of the push, and of course, because 3 of the heroes of Sigma are very, very squishy. Easy to take down. Now that Tide ban, you're going to be very mad about it as well. So you need to find a way to defend your heroes and also deal with the Lycan.
5 seconds
You could go for something like a Mars. That does make sense as a Lina counter as well. Batrider doesn't like playing against it either. But again, you're going to be against the clock, so scratch that. Centaur, not so sure. You could go for something like a Troll. You do have solid lockdown on Sigma, but I wouldn't like it all that much, given that the Troll just isn't that strong in the meta currently. Terrorblade.
Select your heroes.
I'm going to have to say this is 1-0 for X3 from my mind. Sigma, they went for the offlane Marcy, that's fine, but you're not going to be doing all that much in the lane against the Clockwork and the Lina. Then you're playing a Terrorblade into a Bat, so good luck with that. And Lycan, well, he does have the means to survive the Metamorphosis in the lane. You survive the Metamorphosis in the lane. Once you get the Dominator, things really start going south for Sigma. So I'm loving this Lycan pick. X3, they're always good with a Beastmaster or a Lycan, and you allowed it to go into the last phase. A little bit of lockdown might be lacking on both teams, I could say, but it is much more important to lock down a Lycan so he doesn't slaughter you than it is to lock down a Terrorblade. You can still escape from him, right? And the chase potential from X3, really good. Chase potential from the other side, not that great. You have the Queen of Pain, but if she jumps in aggressively, she can just be beat up by the Lina. So I'm gonna go for X3 here. There is some merit to the other draft as well. If you get the Marcy to a good spot, if you don't be greedy, just go straight up BKB. You can have a counter for the Lina, and the Marcy could be such a big problem that it creates space for the Terrorblade to go into the late game and actually finish the job. Is that gonna be happening? I don't think so, but it is a possibility, and these teams are close to each other in skill. With that being said, we are going to be going into the game, but before that, we're going to have a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And we are in the game here. Game number 1 of Sigma.YNT versus X3. If you're just joining us, this is the third best of 3 of the day here in the Eastern European DPC Division 2. But for now, We are going to have a pause because the Terrorblade Violent is disconnected. We can see that X3, they're all in a smoke, just going out on the map to play some vision. Considering that they are dispersing, it means that they're not hunting for kills. They just want to play some vision. But for now, Violent is gonna stay out of it, hopefully. It does change fairly soon, and there it is. He's back in the game. So let's see if we are good to go into this game number 1 here between these two great teams. This should be a really good battle. As I mentioned, I expected this to be the closest series of the day. And then the other ones went 2-1, and they were actually a pretty close series. You couldn't really say, okay, they won that game by sheer luck, and the other two, they got smashed. No, they were very, very close series overall. Is this going to be close? We certainly hope for it. We hope for the teams to give us a show. It doesn't always have to be that way. But Sigma, they're not giving a thumbs up. Hopefully everything is gonna be a-okay here. Just want to check if there's any are there gonna be any penalties for the future? There were quite a lot already. Okay, so on the 16th, there's HF is gonna have a penalty, but that doesn't matter. That's we have a day of play tomorrow as well, so
I love it.
that's not that big of a deal. And Sigma, they're gonna go for a smoke as well. So we'll see. We'll see where they'll go. It is going to be the triangle. So they're definitely gunning for kills here, though. I would be very surprised if X3 get caught, especially because the Lycan Wolf is coming there. It can smell, but it cannot see anything. And looking at the odds here between the two teams, X3 definitely favored. Here comes another Lycan Wolf, and now they are gonna know what's up. This ward of theirs might even get taken down. Sigma will see if they want to deward that one, or will they just run away and hope that X3 will leave it there for the time being. Queasy wanting to scout out for vision is he's not gonna be finding anything, and we're gonna be seeing two wards very close to each other here in the mid lane for Sigma. So putting a lot of emphasis there that the Queen of Pain doesn't get ganked. Now in our world, look at how shiny his keyboard is. We can't really see the keyboard, but we can see the lights there in the camera. It looks pretty cool. But Nat in our world, he is going to be blocking the creeps. Let's see if he's going to be doing a better job than the Queen of Pain. Slightly, but really that doesn't matter all that much. So let's see how this is going to go between the two mid laners here. Can the Queen of Pain stand her ground against the Bat? Or rather, can the Bat stand his ground against the Queen of Pain? For now, a couple of denies, a couple of CS. Not really much happening there for you. Has to be careful with 6 charges there, but he does have 7 sticks and the Fairy Fire, so he is more than happy to trade there with Nat in Arwol. But every stick in Napalm now is going to be dealing even more damage. Finally, they will be reset. For you, he hits level 2. We'll see if he does go for the blink. You want to get 1 blink at least against the Bat, even though you're probably going to be maxing out your Shadow Strike, but you don't want to skill it until he really does go for your life. Bottom lane, Treant Protector. The two heroes of X3, they're not both melee, but the Snapfire doesn't have that high of a attack range, so for a Treant Protector, that's quite nice. You run in with the Leech Seed, and you're going to be very happy with how it goes. Van Score, a veteran in Dota for sure, and Violent. Well, he is a new guy on the block, but definitely knows what he's doing. A lot of potential on these Eastern European teams, quite a lot as well. Violent does lose his career as the second I praise him. I was a big proponent that the caster curse is a myth, but guys, there's something with it. There is definitely something with that one. Nesphere looks pretty uninterested today. I'm gonna guess that just the camera angle that makes his eyes be like, yeah, I'm just sleepy here, I don't care, nothing is fun and stuff like that. We'll see though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he really is that way now, but hopefully not. Mid lane, the Queen of Pain is applying pressure. So the Batriders that I have seen win against Queens of Pains, it seems like Queens of Pains didn't really know what they're doing, but For You definitely does. And he's doing a good job so far in terms of CS. 7 denies on the Queen of Pain compared to the only 2 of the Batriders. So for now, it's going quite nice for him. That's a weird one. They pop the meta. They go into the tower. But they're really not going to be doing all that much there, to be honest, because under the tower, extra 3 armor, and your meta damage isn't really going to be all that high. Top lane, Lina, winning slightly against the Marcy. Not that big of a difference there, but overall, the laning phase did start off better for Sigma. Wheezy being annoying. What else would the Hoodwink do? We are seeing that X3 are doing their best to cut through the trees, because you don't want the Hoodwink to be hiding around the trees and stuff like that. You want it to be a straight up fight against this hero, because you know that if you get on top of it, you can easily kill it. Sigma again are gonna be having some issues. We'll see if they'll give us a reason. They are having some problems with their mics, but they have been dealt with immediately, and we can continue watching this amazing game of Dota 2. When I say amazing, I actually think, yeah, nothing is happening. We're not getting a single kill 4 minutes in. But guys, the 7th minute mark is approaching. And that is when the kills start. If you have been watching my cast, you should know by now that that is when the first blood usually strikes. Don't know why. I guess it's level 4 on the side lanes. A rotation from the Treant Protector onto Natty Narwhal, and he's gonna make sure that he doesn't get any oh, actually he's going on to For You. Natty Narwhal, he knows he has to make something happen right now, and For You doesn't have the blink. He's actually burning. This is gonna be the first blood. Amazing for Natty Narwhal. The rotation, take my runes, I'll take your life. Natty Narwhal shows just how nasty he can be, and Sigma, that Queen of Pain, that she could have just walked towards the rune. But he wanted to apply even more pressure to the path, and then once the blink came, that is just so unfortunate there for Sigma. They had a great start to the laning stage, especially with their Queen of Pain. And now that is not the case any longer. You get the first blood, and suddenly you're very close to the top of the network chart. Bergrat, and alone in the bottom lane. He's gonna be shooting into YNT, who posturing aggressively. You know that he's ready to go in again with the meta, with the reflection. You don't want that to happen. Your armor on the Lycan isn't that high. He is gonna be pulling the creeps a little bit, or just making sure creeps go into the tower. But Violent, he gets them into an even better position for himself here, surrounded by trees. So the Nature's Grasp is gonna be an even bigger deal. Alone, make sure that his courier doesn't get caught. He jumps in, but Nature's Grasp is there. He's gonna be shooting the Terrorblade. One more hit will do it, and that's gonna be it. Finally, Sigma, they do get themselves on the board. It is gonna be Violent that claims Alone's life.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Get a bit caught up there?
Every single time I see the Bushwhack, I just get super surprised. Like, it can pull you away so freaking much
Dire's
sometimes.
top tower is under attack.
For You, he knows just how dangerous the Batrider can be. And the Bat having level 6, he can very easily kill this Queen. But with the rotation of the Hoodwink, he might be able to go for the Bat. Level 6 is ready on the Queen. 3 points in the dagger, so the burst damage isn't really all there. Natty Narwhal threatening the mid lane, and he's looking very much dead. He cannot get close. He goes with the Firefly, but he's looking like he will fall there. And on the high ground, For You claims the kill with the right click. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's a lot of creeps coming into Sugarat's tower. But some of them are going to be denied still. While he cannot go all that deep and doesn't have the meta, so he can't really threaten Sugarat's life, but maybe they can kill the Snapfire. Not really. With the cookie, gets himself away. And it is just going to be a farm fest here under the tower. They do use the glyph to make sure that their tower doesn't take any more unnecessary damage.
Oh my.
No, Dark, he's the one that got the first power rune. At least when your Bat dies, you make sure that that it's not the Queen of Pain that gets the rune. He went for a pull there, and he did get it, but he wanted the hybrid pull to get 2 or 3 creeps alone. He wants this guy to clap, but actually they're gonna be far enough away from 4U, and there's not gonna be any clapping, so it is 4U that is gonna be screaming bloody murder. That's the kill. Dark goes forward. Kropatich doesn't really want to fight, even though Lina wasn't really close there, but level 5 Marcy, the damage output isn't there. Knight in Narwhal. He might need some help in the mid lane, though his supports. It's not easy catching the Queen. That is the thing. Queen is very mobile and your catch potential is very limited. You're going to be needing that Clockwork level 6. Only then are you really going to have the real tools to get on top of the Queen. Ban score. Deeping to the bottom lane. For you. He's farming 7 on items, and it's going to be the power treads, it seems like. But Knight in Narwhal, he wants his boots of travel, not even close. Dark. Only level 3. And it is gonna be an invis onto 4U. Dark. Does he have the cogs? Yes, he does. 4U again puts himself in a really bad position at the exact same place. He's gonna be shot in the face. Snapfire. Making sure that the young generation knows who's the boss. There's gonna be another kill onto the Queen of Pain. 4U twice in a row. He dies at the exact same place in the exact same way, picking up the rune and then just being burned to a crisp by a bat. Right, this time around it's not gonna be the bat that claims the kill, but it doesn't matter. The pattern, it is the same. Marcy farming well, not on any big problems there on Kropatich. DP to the top lane from the Queen. You're gonna have to run right now if you're the Lina, and you will be able to get out. It is gonna be the Clockwork that is caught. Dark probably gonna be going down here. There's really nothing in this world that the Lina can do to save its life. Only put herself at risk, and Nesphere will go back to farming. And it is gonna be a Clockwork dead from the Queen rotation. Not too bad if you're X3, but it is a Queen of Pain, so she'll be back to the mid lane in no time. Sphere is coming back to the top lane. Really wants to stay here for as long as possible. It's not like he has a... Oh, that's a level 1 rebound? Like, that's not really a spell. Marcy doesn't have her second spell, actually, so that's very weird. We can see why the Observer is very much weirded out by this one. Because level 2 in Dispose, we almost never see this. This has to be a misclick. I can understand the 2 points in Sidekick, okay. That scales slightly, but the Dispose is completely useless. Getting more than 1 level. For you. Being stacked a little bit. The rune will be on the top lane. It is going to be illusions picked by Pakwizi, and Violent even comes over, so it is going to be Dark dead yet again. So far so good for YNT. They haven't lost a Terrorblade once. He's getting some kills. He's farmed quite a lot. They're defending the bottom lane. Everything is working out beautifully.
Dire's top tower is under
And half of the meta left to go for the top lane. Violent is gonna come over. That should be it for that top tower again. Queen of Pain dies. Knight in Narwhal claims the kill. Queen of Pain being lassoed. This is gonna be the first lasso. That's gonna be enough damage. So a mistake made by the Queen will cost her her life. Kisses being used. Vanscore running into the trees. And yeah, Grandma doesn't see too well. The old age has affected the eyesight, so Vanscore is definitely going to be fine. Mortimer's Kiss is just not on the mark. And he was actually running in a straight line, but here comes the bat, and he is definitely going to be lighting up these woods. Burn down everything to get the kill. Vanscore is going to be running to the other side. He does not have a TP, so if they follow him through, he is going to be going down, but the bat doesn't want to follow. The smoke was used by Sigma, and Queasy is coming towards the top lane, followed by the Marcy, Kropatich, and Queasy. They know they want to kill. Let's see if they can find someone. A sharpshooter at the ready. Nesphere would be an easy target to grab. But you still need to connect that jump from the Marcy. That is not easy to do when you only have it 1 level. Nesphere gonna be completely fine, and the bushwhack off the mark. Sphere, he's again coming to the high ground. He's actually crazy. No, he's not crazy. He knows that he's gonna be getting a free kill there, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. First hook shot successful, they get the kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Sugarrat did open up the tower with Vanscore not being close to defend it, with him hiding in the trees. The tower will fall, and the Lycan will open the bottom part of the map. Exactly what you want to happen with this hero. It is just insane to me how fast the Lina farms. It is just stupid sometimes. This is a Terrorblade with maxed out mirror image and conjure image, sorry. And he cannot compete. That is just the case. Lina can farm the stacks, Lina can farm the waves, Lina can farm everything faster than a Terrorblade that can be in 2-3 places at once. And because of that, X3 there are now 2k gold ahead, but it's not only that. The Queen of Pain and the Marcy are struggling, really, and these are the heroes that need to be getting kills, especially the Queen of Pain. Marcy, no greed there. Gonna be going for a BKB. I like this. There is no reason to go for armlets or anything like that. The Falcon Blade will do, and is gonna be getting the broom handle right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But 5-4, no big team fights, no big engagements just yet. Sigma are trying to push out the Lycan out of the woods. What you're trying to do when playing against the Lycan is you want to make sure that he's not in your jungle all the time. Every single time that he's not there, it's really kind of ruining his game. So if with these smokes you can at least secure that you have some nice vision in your big jungle, you're gonna be happy, and that's exactly what they do. They play some. Actually, they didn't place a single word. If you don't... Okay, there it is. But it's only going to be looking at the river. And they are placing the sentries, but they didn't find the ward just yet. It was in a really nice spot there for X3 Dark. He's Kuropatic. Knows that there are people in the vicinity, so doesn't want to go for that one. That hero is still very tanky and does have the capability of jumping out of the cogs if any of the creeps of hers are nearby. On the bottom, so no luck here for the Queen, but then again, no luck for the Batrider either, because the region isn't really something you're looking for. Sure, you can farm, but that's about it. Haste would be probably the best one. Arcane Rune would be pretty decent as well. Dark. See? Him. Be careful. And there he found him. They know where he is. There's gonna be a dead hero. Kuropatic thinks about coming over, and very easily his life would be taken as well. Nesphere, he does a ton of damage. Look at the items. Maelstrom and the Dragonlance. This Lina is out of control already. Already out of control 15 minutes in. So you think you had ways to deal with her? We'll see if that really is gonna be the case, but for now, they haven't been able to slow her down whatsoever. The timing will come when Lina has the BKB and when she comes for you. So YNT, they want the Lycan. They really want him now. They haven't used an overgrowth even once in this game, and it is a really nice way to go on top of the Lycan. Lycan has the Alpha Wolf. That is just that is a real man, guys. He gets the Alpha Wolf because he knows that it goes in favor of his teammates. Even though here it means it's not gonna be a lot of mating rights. As I say it, he just goes for the Ice Troll Shaman. Not the best ancient you can get. The Ice Fire Bomb. It is nice, but really it's nowhere near. I don't even know why they added those Ice Trolls. In my mind, they don't really do that much to the game. Don't really change all that much, to be honest. No, I'm not saying bring back the purple ones, but they actually had some purpose to them, you know. Okay, these are the guys that actually take some magic damage, so they can be farmed by magic damage as well. I don't know. Helm of the Overlord, though, it is done. That is a big one. This creep, no matter if the dragon would be better, if there are better choices there as well, but it is still an ancient creep, a buffed up one, and this mid lane tower is on the menu. Sigma a little bit late to go for this one. Nice troll shaman. He can throw his sphere there onto the tower, and Nesphere will finish it off with right clicks. It is gonna be actually Sugarrat that gets the last hit. See, hook shot onto the Treant Protector. He's gonna be inside of the cogs. Arc is doing some damage, but Lina doesn't want to come forward. The Kuropatic does go for the Lina. They're gonna sharpshooter her as well. So now the lasso, they need to get Nesphere out of this one, and the Queen of Pain jumps in. The Sonic Wave is gonna be there. Nesphere turns around. Let's fight. Let's go. You're gonna be screaming from pain, not inflicting pain, and they're coming for more. The big bad wolf is hungry, and they're looking towards the demon. You eat souls, we eat meat, and he has nothing to use the Sunder on. He needs a target, and Queasy will give him the HP necessary to live. Now he turns around onto Nesphere, who's being destroyed by the illusions, but will still be surviving. The Bushwhack there protecting Violent, but he is still taking a ton of damage, and there he will be shot and will die. There's gonna be 4 heroes dead. X3, they destroy Sigma in the previous fight and just go out of there with not a single hero lost. That's where he got closer to dying, but now having the 4 staff, it's gonna be even tougher taking him down. And look at how much damage Sugarrat did in that fight. 2,700 on the Lycan.
Radiant's
score?
bottom tower is under attack.
That is very optimistic. Even if he would get on top of the Lina, I don't think he gets the kill. The Treant is just not a damage dealing hero. Even with an overgrowth, with a couple of hits, I don't think it would have been enough. But either way, Lina will get herself out. All of the DLTs were used on Sigma, other than the overgrowth, and it didn't change a damn thing. They just lost the fight without any chances of winning it there. 9-5. X3 are in a smoke. They want Violence, who does have a Manta, so he's not an easy grab for a Bat alone. Bat will have to get himself out. And no Mortimer's Kisses as well. No lasso means they have nothing to do here. Their smoke, not going to be very successful, but the Bat does have the Arcane Rune, so it's not going to be that big of a problem. He's just going to use it to farm, and then he can continue applying pressure if he wants to. X3 have a huge lead, to be honest, in terms of gold, but you don't feel it in terms of map control. When you look at the heroes and the way that they're positioned around the map, you would say this game is equal, but then you look at the net worth, you look at the gold lead, and you see that that's definitely not the case. So I have to say, once Sigma get their items, when they get their BKBs, actually don't have to really be the stronger ones. Lina doesn't want a BKB, wants the Satanic. Vansco will find her. Does have the shard. Hookshot onto the creeps. Those creeps are gonna get stunned, destroyed. Immediately, Vanscore makes his presence known. Immediately goes back into the Invis form. Gonna be it, but Sugarrat straight into Rosh. So now you want to get the Rosh advantage before your enemies have their BKBs. That is very greedy for Nesphere not going for a BKB. I mean, there's a lot of physical damage, there is some pure damage as well, but just dodging the sharpshooter might allow you to live. BKB, in Narwhal, he's going for Violent, he's gonna get the lasso, and with the Mortimer's Kisses, they'll get the kill. Violent, he's gone. Dark actually finishes him off there with the Rocket Flare, and the chase is on. They're thinking about it actually without the HP on the Bat. He doesn't want to chase forward. But X3, they did finish off the Rosh. It's gonna be Lina with 2 lives. Now not having that BKB doesn't seem so bad. Alone, walking up the high ground, he'll get the Scatter Blast, but he's looking very much dead. That's a bit too deep, my friend. Clockwork coming from the other side. Vanscore hiding in the trees. They're looking for you. But Queasy is a much easier and a much better target. Lina does so much damage, even with the living armor, it's not gonna help you survive. Nesphere is dominating, continuing to do well on the map. Tier 2, this is what you want to do with the first Aegis. Your main objective is to try to get a tier 2 down. They have a sentry, now they're going to be seeing Vanscore. He doesn't want anything to do with this one, especially with the wolves coming over. The tower will fall. And it is going to be another one in the books there for X3. Even more gold lead is going to be built up right now. Titanic almost done on the Lina. Needs around 1,000 gold there to finish it off. Didn't go for the 350 health. Did go for the light strike array damage. We see this, but I guess because the Rubik is being played so much, people do leave the stun on level 1 usually. But he is going to be maxing it out, so Nesphere is going to be going for some magical damage as well. You are playing against the Terrorblade, so it does make sense to have some magical damage output, even from your spells to help. You are going to be getting those stuns out in a fight. Now going for the next tier 2, the Glyph is ready. Sigma, they can use it, but if they do, it is not going to be refreshing, and that means the top 2 towers are just going to be systematically taken. X3, they take this one down, the bottom part of the map completely in their control, and now going towards the triangle as well. Vanscore will be in a position to see Nesphere, but seeing him and being able to do anything about what he's just doing are two completely different things. So Nesphere is going to continue farming. The Ancients on the side of Sigma are now going to be belonging to the Lina. He even got the Grove Bow, sorry. Sphere is gonna be on the top lane. X3.
Dire's bottom tower
They are
is under attack.
moving the enemy triangle. Maybe you could strike on the Lina right now, but you really can't even force like a BKB out or something. I don't think you're really killing this Lina currently. Oh no, Violent. No, Violent has been caught. The pushback onto Lina, so that might be enough for Violent to get out. Nope, it's not gonna be from Lina. He does use his ulti there, so Lina is gonna be going down, but it's still a dead Terrorblade, and Lina only losing the Aegis. Squeezy will be following through, and that's gonna be another 2 kills for the side of X3, plus the towers will go their way. And look at the Lycan Wolf, he's gonna be scouting Kuropatic there, so they're gonna know exactly where he is. They don't have the hook shot now for 30 seconds, but fairly soon they're gonna have that as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That is a bummer. They were mounting up a defense on the top lane, Sigma, and then you lose 2 of your heroes. Now you're not mounting up anything. They need a sentry for Vanscore. The Lina now does have a Satanic, so very hard that you're going to be bringing Nesphere down. Look at the damage. Look at that rain down. Nothing you could do. Living armor. Oh no, what are we going to do with your bonus 8 armor? We don't know. I guess we'll just bring it down. Burn everything. Nesphere. That's going to be his motto this game. Doesn't have the Aegis any longer, so might not be the best move to go high ground. And you don't have to. They're going to be jumping onto Nesphere. He has been left all alone. And now he's going to be in so much trouble. But they have the 4 stabs, they have the hook cookies, and now he's using the Satanic. This is what he wanted. He wanted you out of the base, and you got it. You went for it. You got baited, and you got absolutely demolished because of it. This is looking worse by the second for the side of Sigma. And Queasy at least will be getting a kill on alone. That's a cheeky kill they're coming out from him. But Nesphere, he baited him in so much. They have a couple of 4 stabs. The cookie, they pull him out quite quickly out of all of that. And then with the Satanic, he's back up to full in no time. So Nesphere, next item, Gleipnir. So some more control there for X3. That was the first BKB charge used by the Marcy. And in the end, it wasn't all that successful. Nesphere still continuing not wanting to buy a BKB. We'll see if that does get punished later on. For now, it doesn't seem like it will. Hex on the Lycan. That is a big one. That is a huge one. Sigma, they're saving their buybacks. But that just means that the 16k gold, it's even more. When it comes to a straight up fight, you have unspent gold, and what you're going to be buybacking at this point to make the gold lead 30k, well, that's going to be a not so successful way to approach winning the game. Sigma, they are in the smoke. Their Terrorblade is on the other part of the map. He's going to be TPing to the bottom lane right under enemy vision. X3. See if they want to. They did buy a gem. So now it's time to make the enemy map black. They do have some wards on the bottom lane, but everywhere else they are blind on Sigma, and it is nighttime. Lycan using the shapeshift. They are coming over. BKB used by Natty Narwhal. He's gonna be caught there by the treant, so he's taking some damage. Natty Narwhal, is that a good way to start the fight? Kuropatic, he pops the BKB as well, but he cannot catch anyone. Nothing to rebound off of. And X3, they're not satisfied that they lost their bat, but they're not going to be giving anything more there. Sigma are prepared for a fight on the bottom lane, and you just don't want to give it to him. Sphere and have the travels. It's going to be his next item of choice. The Gleipnir is being delivered.
Tower is under attack.
Going to be a huge one. This Terrorblade just cannot keep up. You need a couple of items on the Terrorblade, and maybe then you can stand your ground against the Lina, but you still want to be super close there. Lina still has more range than you, especially with the Grove Bow.
Illusion.
Lycan went for the shard. Sugarrat wants to make sure that all of the lanes are pushed in and that YNT cannot make a play. And really, YNT, the only way they're clearing out the waves safely is when the with the illusions from the Terrorblade. That's about it. Bottom lane, Bat. Bat in our wall. He was very close to death there. He gets connected on with the bushwhack and he can very easily die. But Sigma, they don't want to be staying there for a long time. They're doing a good job splitting the map, considering the waves are constantly in their base. They are keeping themselves safe quite nicely and keeping themselves somewhat out of the base. Here. Maybe getting himself away. He's working towards those boots of travel. And now he's gonna be a smoke. X3 want to make something happen. Sugarrat doesn't have his ulti, but he's gonna have it in 5 seconds. So on the top lane, he's baiting them. Him and Adinarwal, they're baiting, and now they're gonna be going in the Hex into the Queen of Pain. They did overlap with their lockdown, and that means that for you, he gets himself up. But does he manage to survive? Get out of this one. The Marcy has been caught. The Marcy has been killed. For you, we know exactly where you are. The blink to the other side. Adinarwal is waiting for you. Hello, my friend. We know each other from the mid lane, and now we're gonna be knowing each other from the woods where you died. Alone in the end is going to be the one getting the kill. And look at the Lina. Nesphere just immediately walks up the high ground. There's no buyback on these two. And Sigma, they're going to be in a 3 versus 5 scenario. They don't have a glyph for a couple of more seconds, but they will probably have it before the tower falls. Okay, no, scratch that. The damage from the Lina, way too high. And Nesphere will make sure that it goes down. So now you're only going to have one glyph here to defend the top lane of Rax, and it's not looking like that's going to be happening. Nesphere does need creeps to get the stacks in the Fiery Souls, but he does have Sugarrat to make sure that the Raxes are falling super fast. Roche up in 15 seconds. It could be an easy one for X3 to go for, but for now, they're just going to be taking it easy. Vanscore dies on the other part there of the map. He's going to be burned down by the Batrider on the top lane. Quick shot onto the Terrorblade. The stun will connect. Look at the damage go. Oh, they are gonna stun the Lina. They get the Hex, and that's a dead Terrorblade. Even with the sidekick, he's not gonna get a single hit off for you. He only connects his ulti onto one hero, even though he's surrounded by 3 and dies without the Lina not even using a single right click for him. There's gonna be 3 heroes dead. Sorry, 2 heroes dead. Of course, 3 if you count the Treant, but he's going to be coming back alive. But look at Nesphere just coming forward. He doesn't care about anything. He knows without these two, you don't have a damage to deal with him. You have the glyph, but you will not have your base. They'll use it. That's 6 seconds that you bought yourself. 6 seconds change and nothing. Sigma, they do have the overgrowth. They don't have the sharpshooter for the next 15 seconds, and now they're not going to be having an overgrowth because that hero is dead. He does have a buyback, so he can come back into the game if he wants to. But it doesn't seem like Sigma want anything to do with these fights. They're going to be waiting for their heroes. Chain does buy back. They want to get their axes down. The ranged ones will fall. And now the melee ones protected by the living armor. It doesn't really look like they're protected. They're just dropping so easily. And X3 have claimed the second lane of Rax. Now the Roche and the bottom lane remain. Sigma, what do? You have to go for a smoke. You cannot let them have the Roche. Look at this Terrorblade. He doesn't have the BKB. He does have a Skadi and Crystallis. But his ability to do damage in fights is non-existent. Sigma, they have to go. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, there it is. 5-man smoke. This is a desperation one. But if you win a fight, you stay in the game. If you lose, it's GG time. Roche is being targeted by X3. The Batrider coming to the mid lane. They still have the mid lane tower and 4 buybacks. So even if you start losing this fight, X3, they do have the tools to come back into it, especially from this mid lane tower and the outpost. Violent into the pit. He's waiting. Come to Terrorblade. Let's see if someone is going to be going in there. They see him. They know. We know what you're doing. Nice sneaky move. But here comes the shapeshift. And oh, everybody's going to be running away. The Glapier onto the Terrorblade. He needs help. And with the Force Staff, he'll be fine. He actually dodges the Force Staff with his Manta. So he's not really going to be getting himself all that far away. No lasso for 25. Violent, what does he do? He does not have a Manta. He does not have a BKB. He's going to be chased until the ends of the earth. The Sonic Wave will get used. Get away from my Terrorblade. He's going to be pushed back, and here comes the Mortimer's Kisses. He has no one, at least no one from the enemy side to use the Thunder on. He's going to have to use it on his teammates, but he doesn't go for that one, and because of it, he's going to die. Now the Bat has been caught. The Overgrowth will keep it in place and will be going down, but that's a small price to pay if you're going to win the game. Sure, got a little bit of trouble, and the buyback. You killed me, but I'm right back to show you how it's done. They get a connection on the Queen of Pain. She gets tied up, but this time around, she will not like it, and it is gonna be a GG call for Sigma. As soon as this this fight here around the top lane doesn't go their way, it's time to tap out of game number 1. It was an overwhelming victory for X3. I don't think Sugarrat is getting a Lycan. I don't think Sugarrat is getting a Beastmaster. Those are just heroes he's way too good at, and he allows the rest of the team to just control the entirety of the map and get all of the farm that they need. I have to say though that mid lane did go well for the Queen of Pain, but 2 mistakes. 2 times she dies, and it actually allows the Batrider to have a game. But overall, it was X3 all the way. In the laning phase, in the early mid game, in the mid game, it was all dire, and in the end, they easily brought the game to an end. A very farmed Lina. I don't think next time you want to let them have it, but then again, you can't ban out every hero if you're Sigma. But X3 definitely looking like the stronger team, but that doesn't have to matter all that much. It might just mean you started off well, you snowball out of control, and the enemies weren't able to deal with you. But this game number 2 gonna be that way? We don't know, but we are gonna be finding out after a short break.